Brother Earl. So tell us a little about how'd you got the name Brother Earl, and what do you do and why you do what you do?
Well, the reason why I gave my name Brother Earl is when I was young and my father would like regale stories of him coming up in Harlem, he always referred to his friends as Brother Bullard, Sister Dorothy, and what I thought what that said to me was this was a time before we called each other N-words and B-words. So, I thought that would be a good name for me. And then when, Malcolm X's right-hand man was Brother Earl, I'm like, that's my name. Yeah, I'm with that. So, the Brother Earl was certainly someone that held Malcolm X down, man. He was in the struggle. He was about his business. And with what my father gave me as a young man growing up, I just thought it all made sense.
Let's go back a little bit. You don't call yourself Brother Earl. You call yourself the real Brother Earl.
Well, on IG, I do call myself the real Brother Earl because sometimes there's a couple of folks masquerading as Brother Earl, and although it's love, when I see them, we battle because I am Brother Earl. Okay, unless you was Malcolm X's right-hand man, I'm Brother Earl.
That's the real Brother Earl. That's the real Brother Earl. So, real Brother Earl, tell us a little bit about why do you do the spoken word?
My journey into poetry is has a definite track, so we say. I mean, I started off as an MC, as a teen, in the 70s and 80s. I definitely said yes, yes, y'all, and all that, and it was a beautiful thing. Then you get, you go to college and you get grown, and you're not MCing anymore. You got to do grown stuff. But what I found out is that the art was trying to come out. It first tried to come out because my back in the day, remember you used to have answering machines?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, my answering machine game was serious. Oh my goodness, I would rewind, practice it, because I was always saying some sort of poem with my joint. It always matched the music. I didn't know it at the time, but my art was trying to come out, and that's the way it came out. Then two things kicked the door down. One was an emotional breakup with a sister, and the other was my father dying, and the poet that's been there waiting to come back out just had enough at that point. So 25 years later, here I am. Real Brother Earl,
that's the man that was breakdancing back in the 80s. He was spinning on his head and on his elbows. The real Brother Earl. And hey, it's at the Hexagon live every second and what Tuesday?
Every second and fourth Tuesday, right here at Hexagon Lounge, 318 West 142nd Street, right in the heart of Harlem. Poets, singers, comedians, musicians, okay? We got drink, food, and hookah specials, man. It's really going down, man. This is a real live spot. You need to find yourself here, okay? You need to find yourself here.
You heard it live. You heard it. Not from the artificial,
nor
the duplicated,
the real,
nor the Xerox.
The real
Brother Earl.
For sure. Y'all be easy. Thank you for listening. Love is as love does. One. We are live and we are lit right here at Hexagon Lounge. We do this every second and fourth Tuesday where we have it's poetry. Sometimes we get hip-hop artists, singers, comedians. It's just where art just comes and chills. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you that are here. A couple of little house rules I just want us to get out the way before we get this started. Please put your cell phones on silent or vibrate. I know each and every one of us is important, but the last thing I want is for someone to
give him the world. His firstborn son and daddy's little girl appear stranded in the threshold of the strand bar, stranded in daddy's euphoric, alcohol-induced world. Alcohol. The world he gave his son. Sitting drunk in his favorite lounge, 30 years later, niggas know how cars get down, man. You just like your pops as my jaw drops, singing I'm nothing like him as I sip on my gin and orange juice on the rocks. I even have a tab at my neighborhood sipping spot, my oasis in this barren existence. And up in here it is, whatever you say it is, and no one offers resistance because they too run from the
How we doing so far, family? We okay?
Laughing at both
okay.
so
I need to hear a little bit. This is called a response. How we doing, family? We okay? All right. All right. Oh no, we look, the ladies gonna get taken care of. We know that. Okay, and I got a sister waiting in the wings. She's gonna be my feature. Yeah. Oh, it clearly is, and I'm more than fine in that. She's laying in the cut. I can't wait till she does what she does. But we gonna keep it pushing at the moment. This next cat, I'm gonna call to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Sam Cooke.
Atlanta, not many kids. I just wonder if she knows. But she thinks I'm nuts. But like more chestnut, I want to be there till the cats are closed. But like the movie I seen, well, I've seen scenes completely changed. Who would want to expect?
I walk with a cane, using it for support. But what I really craved was the support of the friends that I didn't have. I use relaxers to control and maintain my vein. But in hindsight, nothing about me needed to be controlled or relaxed.
Right.
There you go.
My magic was just a little too free for them.
That's right.
So they tried to fit me inside of a perv box that wasn't made for me. Maybe that's why I'm only 5 foot. I could never grow. So I sought out places that allowed for expansion. The misconception that therapy is only for people who are crazy, as toxic as people drinking bleach to cure coronavirus.
Right.
And it sounds just as ridiculous too. Look, soul cleansing is hard work, but it's priceless. So unfortunately, self-care comes with a price. It's saying no to requests when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's learning to enjoy your own company. It's learning how to be productive even when you're feeling lazy.
Right. That's right.
I was always taught how to treat others, but I never got taught the other side of the coin. Treat others how you want others to treat you. After learning this, quarantine wasn't so bad. It forced me to see my value in this world. Now I know loneliness is only a figment of the imagination. Now I know loneliness is only a figment of the imagination. In hindsight, it's 2020, and my vision is so clear. Now I know loneliness is only a figment. I'm sorry. Sorry. I had hopes and dreams. In 2021 of the new year, I said, I hope 2022 is good to me. I hope that by this time next year, I will be fluent in the language of self-love. As fluent as my native tongue. English will be my first, self-love will be my second. This new vernacular will bring love and light into my world. I will learn every syllable, punctuation mark, appropriate pronunciation, and silent letter of every positive and endearing word of self-love. Oh, 2021 will let me leave it where it will be in the past. It feels like heavy textbooks filled with negativity. All it does is bring me down. So I hope 2022 is good to me, because I am trying to be good to me.
Yes.
And now I am.
Yes.
Wow, that is what's up.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay.
Yes.
See, that's what yeah, that was fly. I thank you for sharing that. I mean, Nikki Giovanni said something that I run with all the time. She said, I write so I don't have to kill no fucking body. And when you were saying that, that's what came to my mind. Like, yo, I write so I don't have to kill no fucking body, okay? Speaking, right? All right. This is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to have my DJ give us a few treats, but after that, we're going to start off with this sister. She's my featured artist, man. I can't wait to let her do her thing. So, Mecca, give me lay some treats on us, man. Okay? Lay some treats on us, man.
All right, Gal.
I know. I know what you mean.
You remember me? Thank you. It's okay. Coming in. That's right. That's what I paid for. I hear you. Like your equipment, it better work. That's right. This ain't no cell phone.
Each and every one of you that are here, a couple of little house rules I just want us to get out the way before we get this started. Please put your cell phones on silent or vibrate. I know each and every one of us is important, but the last thing I want is for someone to be spilling their whole soul and your special ringtone goes off, okay? All right? I just ask that we keep the focus and attention on the artists that come up. They have some ish to share with us, and they'll take you on a whole journey if you're just ready to listen. Is that all right, family?
That's all right.
We're going to try that again. This is call and response. Is that all right, family? Okay, okay. Hey, what's going on, young man? Regular ish, man. You know the thing is over there. You know what to do. Okay. So, again, if you have an interest in performing, please see me so we can get your name on the list. I do not go in any sort of order, so forgive me. I just let the spirit move me. So you could be second, you could be fourth, but it's all to the good. Is that all right?
That's all right.
All right, okay. Now, I am an artist, and I'm sensitive about my ish too, so I'm gonna introduce me, and because I need some energy. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Brother Earl! Yeah. Shit, I'm gonna get my flowers regardless. Shit. Okay.
All right.
All right, okay. Now, I am an artist, and I'm sensitive about my ish too, so I'm gonna introduce me, and because I need some energy. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Brother Earl! Yeah, I'm gonna get my flowers. God. Okay. Dear disparaged black men, besmirched till apathy is church, saviors a stalled engine. So let's examine the damage under our manhood, in need of a tune-up to spark plugs deprogramming no good. Cast in a system clearly understood. Skin symbolizes sin, so where do I begin? Before, or the morning after. Subjugation didn't unofficially end from met to netter to man not. The begots begot, 3/5 plot, convict, leasing, lynching, less than predestined to be my lot in life, but I gold dig past strife to no longer stand on shaky ground. Still, white supremacy, I mean society, has co-opted the soil around till school is a dress rehearsal for jail. Jobs won't credit my experience at a higher sale. How can I excel when even black women believe it's because we purposely fail? They're waiting to exhale a hierarchy, self-provoked while I'm choked up by black men murdered, murmuring, I can't breathe. Anyone who had a heart would love me for what I went through now.
The room for improvement is the largest room in the world, with a section specifically so I work on me. Still, it's plain to see we require repair. To reunite, we gotta share. Free-flowing communication, devoid of degradation, like a tuning fork to change the tone. Our love languages need a Rosetta Stone, cause sometimes I want sex, a sandwich, and silence, and not spoon all night long. And I know you deserve your wants too, so if you want to, we can checkmate this morally bankrupt chessboard in one accord, driven by acknowledging the queen as the most powerful piece in the game. But when the king is captured, she loses just the same. Gender set-asides, genuflect the divide to the zero-sum game, not what it seems. Still, I will ascend with memories, not dreams. Less more nightmares, because they didn't play fair, splitting us apart, becoming amour nature, my focus in life through art. Chart, black manhood in me, more than enough when I'm head and she heart. Spark, black manhood and we, to win a race our integrity never intended to start. Black manhood must be allowed full expression, accepted as a spectrum of succession, abstract, absolute, a la carte, ashe. Some of these rappers have lost their mind. Spinning rims, jewels, and Timbs got us hypnotized. Third eye blind, can't see the time or history of COINTELPRO, just busting slugs and selling drugs in stereo. TiVo'd CB4 to practice being gusto, but let the record show your record says you only smoke dro. Rappers go platinum for lying. While on the streets, kids are dying, trying to be something you never was. Genocide is too much to pay for a buzz. See, the government and entertainment industry want us stereotyped through negative imagery. So they flash the cash, tell you to shake that, and just act insane. Conservative racists need niggas. So good white folks complain. To legislation can make martial law and homeland security one and the same. But you don't hear me though. I'm a poet. What do I know? You gotta hurry and do the show, cause you hugging the block. Guns stay cocked, hard body, son. From cops you don't run. The skills, the sling krills. Forget the community, you paid. But in court, you represented by legal aid. The auctioneer that takes you to the stand like a slave, where they play Friday the 13th Amendment, and in a rush hour, freedom swings from a tree down south. Do you understand the metaphors coming out of my mouth? Question, what do rappers say after the arraignment? Answer, it was only entertainment. Then we find out your rap sheet kind of incomplete. Never really ran them streets or bust guns and beef. The only time you kept it real was on the camera spiel. Just an image to get a deal. Now you singing to the feds asking for a deal. Your fate's been sealed. Career on file-ups, bleeps, and blunders. Rappers don't act like they scored a touchdown when the judge hits them with football numbers. See, you are lying. While on the streets, kids are dying, trying to be something you never was. Genocide is too much to pay for a buzz. Besides, you never hear the Kennedys brag about liquor sold during Prohibition, or Fleet Bank talk about insurance scams from slave trade missions, less more the Bushes or Nazi Germany. Real thugs shroud they past in secrecy. They don't confess over radio frequency. See, reveling in murder is wrong. I sold crack shouldn't be the hook to a song, but the label your biggest fan. Bought CDs back, so now you the man. Pretending the streets was ran, but in jail you can't hide. Got 5 mics in Feds magazine as a mail order bride. Wanted to laugh but broke down and cried. Artistry died when thug life lied, but who stopped the tide? It's time to choose your side. Respect our culture. Again, respect our culture. One more time, Hexagon with me. Respect our culture. Rep it with pride. I dedicate this to Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Freddie Gray, and Sandra Bland, as well as every black man and woman with dreams and plans to lay hands on all the George Zimmermans that got us sick and tired of being sick and tired. Because every time shots are fired, our souls get scattered. If black lives really mattered, white privilege wouldn't be pasteurized, shaped in size like the milk pus you drink. They do whatever they want, yet somehow we think justice will prevail. It's time I lift the veil, so just us set sail, cause it's not like we can trust them on a boat. Our mind and money has to be the moat. Castles were built in Europe after Africa became prey. To stop violence, just silence. Bobbleheads that talk shit but piss our power away. Rap better than Jay, creating reasonable doubt. While police cop or plea, they scrape the knee, choking us out. It's time our representation be back about any means necessary. Soldiers, sergeants, and a press secretary, cause to tip the scales of war, oppression is my aunt's seesaw, and whether Angela or Larry Davis can't take it anymore, I'm down for whoever stands up by fist or foresight. Common sense left, calling it civil rights. So my pen is anything but civil. When I write, integration was wrong. The Indians knew you could never get along with somebody that wants you to die. But you kumbaya ass niggas continue to try. Be it capitalism or Christianity, it's sheer insanity that you think devils would do good. Tulsa after Tulsa, Rosewood after Rosewood, Harlem, Brooklyn, and every black neighborhood has been genocide and gentrified. Malcolm ain't never lied. The Constitution, constipated. The Second Amendment, my affidavit. We need deacons on the fence and panthers on the prowl. I scribe this scowl so black mothers can smile again. Burying our children has to end, but let's agree not to purchase fear. Rather save on my feet than spend on my knees when the math is so sincere. By black only. $, even deaf people hear. So the only march is till our own drum, till have and have nots are equally yoked on every societal tier. But sadly, some of us are still programmed to trust a process politicians plead we adhere. Just remember what Don Corleone said in The Godfather. Whoever comes to us with the truce is the traitor. If nothing else on this, be clear. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. No, I need you. Look. You know what? When the sister says she ready, then she ready. Check this out. This young lady, I am going to call up, has been on the scene like I met her 20 years ago. She's an absolute phenomenal poet, MC, and she surprised me. She pulled up and ran down on me in here like, oh, ish. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, give a strong black hand for Nairobi Salam. Come on, damn. In the immortal words of Nathan P. Keep clapping till she gets up here.
So first of all, you're not gonna be telling people you met me 20 years ago and shit. You see some young things up in here. You know what I mean? I was 6. I was just bullshitting. Like, I'm feeling nice. I came out to be a spectator, and I have not performed poetry in over 11 years. Wow. So I'm gonna give this shit a shot tonight, yo. Pray for the best, child. Give it up for me, shit.
That's right, yeah.
A couple drinks, you know what I mean?
Let it come, let it come.
We're gonna try it. I got my brothers with me though. Shout out to Kaz in the building.
Yeah. Kasim.
What do I do? I'm just gonna. I'm a brown-skinned flower, deep-rooted in attributes that'll leave skid marks on light years. Rebirth from the afterbirth of 12 tribes and 7 sins. My lifetime is a cliff note. A notebook holds my center. I break dance for breakfast and sponge bath and gospel center. Easy breezy color girl, contrary to Brandy's lump sum. Most real men want some, most men don't get none. I still be that ghetto girl Negro with the ill pop lock. High topped in Caprini green, Nazarene by bloodline, Magladine by waistline. Sip Manischewitz wine as I grind grapes with my feet to the baseline. Find me on my downtime, giving birth to Cicero's with 7 senses and cornrows now. Sell that to deaf poetry. And I ain't got no CDs. I gave my last one away for free to a bastard child so he could finally surf his dreams. And I ain't got no business cards. It's hard to book a book. Besides, these venues be off the hook. Paying profits and pennies, supposing paper butchers the prophecy. But I will break you off properly. Spit hollow tips righteously to move right through your monopoly. Probably, but that's not what I'm here for. Consciousness ain't perfection, so please don't let my dreadlocks fool you. I said consciousness ain't perfection, so please don't let my dreadlocks fool you. Got these non-millennium fools equating black consciousness with kente cloth like mag. I forgot the rest. Thank y'all for having me. Peace out.
Okay, that's what the F I'm talking about. Okay, yo. Okay, she just emptied the clip and said, "That's it, yo." I'm good. Gotta love it, man. Make some more noise for that sister right there, man. Yo, okay. You know, sometimes real life, man, you know, we be doing like real life and we don't be like rocking like that, but I promise you, the next school holiday, I know she's gonna come over here and she's going to fucking stomp a mud hole in this mic. I think I'm gonna get some insurance on it now. You still got your insurance license?
Definitely do.
Okay, this mic needs insurance. I'm telling you, you have no idea. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm gonna keep spinning. Talk to me, Ebony. You got something for me? Oh, come on. Come on, give me some. Give me some. Ladies and gentlemen, I got nothing but sisters in here that's been retired, but they are fire, and they here, and I'm going to twist their arm as politely as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the revolutionary kind of girl, Ebony Washington.
Listen, my sister here brought that fire, and I don't know, y'all. I've been drinking too, and it's been a while too. We'll try it though, because I'm inspired by my queen. I'm inspired by my fellow queen of poetry. So let's give it a shot. How can I sleep knowing there's a qualified person on the street?
Yes, let's go.
How can I accept your quota knowing my presence is based on a number? How can I support affirmative action when it only causes a distraction? Well, I never applied for that job as a slave. That's one position the New World freely gave. Affirmative action was common practice when work was backbreaking and you were the ones taken. Chose me because you knew I would not be easily mistaken. This placement was clearly based upon my race, but I didn't hear any complaints. Then the only quota that concerned America was the number of captives you could fit on a boat and still manage to stay afloat. It's no secret that the privilege you inherit was based upon my merit. But now you dare to question my qualifications? Well, my resume spans 400 years of oppression with little sign of aggression. My reason for leaving my last position, well, they did sign the Emancipation Proclamation. Figured it was my chance to advance, but then to put me on hold, you hired your old friend Jim Crow. Segregation became the 20th century status quo. I had to take racial epithets, endure physical threats. I had to keep my head held high and my eyes on the prize. I had to walk through water hoses before I could come out dry. And no, I have never been convicted of a felony, but I did do time in several precincts for my civil disobedience. My references are engraved on the faces of your dead presidents, but you won't distribute them proportionately upon my request. Failing schools are the tools used to fail my community. Brown may have overturned Plessy, but we continue to occupy separate and unequal facilities. How can you expect us to reach our full abilities? This unwritten clause makes success implausible, and it would be criminal to tell them that things are equal when the system was tailored to produce failure. Affirmative action is the last crutch we grasp, trying to break past this American caste system. And it may pale you to discover the scale in this country has always been tipped, but it's the only way to dispel this reverse racism myth. Thank you, everybody.
Yo. Oh my goodness. This is why like 2000, 2001 in poetry was the shit. Okay? Oh my goodness. Those are my good old days. I thank y'all so much for just giving me that feeling. I'm gonna call this brother up, right? He just shows up, says whatever is on his mind. Most times it's a freestyle. Sometimes it might be something written. All I know is, man, when he got some ish to say, he said, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Dave. Come on down, brother.
Alright, how's everybody doing today?
Alright.
Had a good day, blessed and everything. So alright, so my name is David, right? You can call me David. I don't really write poetry, I don't really do stuff like that, but whatever's on my mind, I just say how I feel, right? Sure. So, this is how I feel right now. Have you ever seen a fly shit? Go watch this fly shit. Have you ever seen a fly shit? Well, watch this fly shit. I close my eyes listening to poets for the fact that I want the real view, I want the real you, I want to know who you really is, not the form that I see through my eyes. So when every time you pronounce your poetry, I close my eyes and this is what I get. I bet you didn't know. By the tone of your voice and the way the wind flows through your voice, that flows through your neck to connect with the crowd, I can tell what tribe you in. The fact that you do poetry and I listen to you with my eyes closed, the way you step, I can tell what your vibe is in. If the vibe is in, how I'm vibing in. This is how I feel. The way you look is how I see it when my eyes is closed, because the way you push out your words, it seems like these words is being connected between me and you. I mean, you sound like you're from my tribe. The words you're giving off seem so familiar. I don't know you from a hole in the wall, but your poetry somehow grabs me. Where do I know you from? How do you know these drums? How do you know the movement? How do you know the groovement? How do you know that the energy feels so right on the left-hand side, further from the right? You feel it, because I feel it the way I feel it, the way you feel it too. So your poetry is some ways it's like connecting from me to you. This is how I feel like. We're going to end that. Now, this is a poem I want to do real fast, all right? Didn't write this, I thought about it. People say black love. We got black love. Black love? Black love is so beautiful but so deadly. I mean, let's run it across. Let me tell you the scenarios I feel about black love, because black love is saying that you love black love. So if you see a person that is white or Mexican or Spanish, don't say you don't love them, because if we was the original people, then everybody is who? You. I mean, if you say you love black, you love everybody, right? Chill. My bad. 5 minutes ago when I said chill, it looked like I stepped from the mic, but my ancestors grabbed me and said, you talking too much. Let me go as I flow on the mic, feeling precise. I'm moving like Mike, not like Mike with the gloves, but if I have to, punchlines is thrown. Shit, black love. I mean, I do have black love, just for the black that I decide that's black enough for me. I mean, my family, my neighbors, the guys I work with. Otherwise that, I don't know that nigga. My whole thought process is I love everybody. Black love hurts. Half of the guys who I know have black love for other guys got killed by guys who had black love for those guys. Where was the black love for those guys? Standing at the funeral, looking at destroyed faces, tears running down their eyes. Where's the love? The black love? The black love? The black love? The black love? I said I was Mike, right? What am I looking like? Stepping back to the mic, I'm blown. Black love. It's a beautiful thing. Now raise your hand if you love black love, and let's see. As much as you love black love, understand, sometimes it can be deadly. Wow!
Got some unorthodox shit, right? Give it up for Dave one more time, man. Yo.